Okay, guys. So, the thing that you're about to watch is basically a rant of us just out of the theater, fresh thoughts, and anything like that. So, just stick around to the end of the video because at the end of the video, there's going to be a second part of the video, second part of this review where we're a little bit more calmed down. We had some more time to speak to other people about the film, get some other different insights, and come to a more level-headed response on the film. So if you get triggered by the rant, I'm sorry, but just stick around to the end, and you'll see what's going on with that. So enjoy the rant/review. We just came out of seeing Child's Play 2019. This is going to be a rant, okay? This is not going to be a movie review. This is going to be a rant. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, this is my girlfriend.
Shannon.
My name is Matthew B. Haynes. Let's start this thing, man. Go.
All right.
You just go.
I just have 4 words. Budget, Nickelodeon, horror movie. That's it.
That's all you got to say?
That's all that can describe it, really. Like, it's just bad. Like,
oh my God, just thinking about it. Oh, you are my buddy. No! What do you mean? Okay, this is gonna have spoilers. Okay, so if you don't care about watching this movie, just that's how I feel. That's literally how I feel right now.
if you're thinking of watching it because you like the originals, it's not worth it.
No. I literally watched this movie, like the original 1988 Child's Play, with her earlier today for the very first time. And I enjoyed that movie a lot. Like, I enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed the whole, just the acting. I mean, there were some cheesy moments because it was an 80s film, but overall it was a lot better than what we just came out of watching. We just saw pure rubbish.
I'm telling you, it's straight Nickelodeon.
Like, some of the action, like the tone was all over the place. Like, the tone went from like it's trying to be funny, and then it was trying to be scary, and then it, jump scares that were totally inappropriate and like improperly placed.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was trash. You had Mark Hamill, man. You had Luke Skywalker. You had the Joker, the man who voiced the Joker. You had the King himself voicing this character, and this is what, oh my, why did Mark sign up for this? Why did he sign up for this movie, man? Jesus. Go. You say what you want. It don't matter. You want to explain for those who don't know anything about Chucky why this movie is bad?
All right, let's put it this way.
Compared to what it originally is?
The original Chucky, right? It was, what's his name? Charles Lee Ray. He was a serial killer. And he was about to die. So he, like, did this ritual kind of thing. And it possessed himself into a doll, which was originally called the Good Guy Dolls. But in this one, it's called a Buddy doll or whatever.
Yeah, he transferred his soul into a doll. Yeah. Basically.
But apparently in this one, the whole reason that he's, like, evil or whatever is because some guy was mad that he was getting fired. So he took off all of, like, the protective barriers. And he learned...
First of all, this thing isn't a completely artificial intelligence. This is Avengers Age of Ultron.
Honestly,
right?
It is.
It really is. Like Chucky is Ultron, and then at the end of the movie you had other buddy dolls that were basically also Chucky, which is basically the ending of Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
All of you will fight all of me. That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, continue explaining.
No, it was just like he was mad that he was getting fired, so he like took off all the barriers, and then when the kid gets the doll, he's like 13 or something, so too old to be having like this kind of doll anyways.
Yeah.
So he's like swearing and doing all this stuff, and he picks up on that, and he's watching like horror movies. He picks up on that, like
and he's like, oh, buddy, okay, so everyone's taking you away from me, so I'm gonna take them away from you. Trash. trash. The story was so trash. First of all, you want to talk about how Chucky looked? I remember when I showed you the trailer, you were like, when we matter of fact, didn't we react to this trailer?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we reacted to this trailer. You were like, ew. Literally, that was your first thing.
It just makes you uncomfortable, and not like the good horror movie kind of way. It's just like, you are weird looking, and you don't belong here.
Like, it's creepy, right? The idea is creepy, but like my girlfriend was saying, you want to say it?
Don't put Chucky on it. It's not Child's Play. It is an AI. It's completely different. Like, if you want to take this movie and turn it into a robot movie, fine. Go for it. This is not Chucky.
This is literally like a bad sci-fi horror film. This is basically iRobot. Every single robot movie there is where the artificial intelligence turned evil. This is basically an episode from Black Mirror, but worse. This is literally like this is like just so ugly.
Like, there was no chemistry between the characters either.
Oh my god, Aubrey Plaza did the best she could with that daggone script.
And I love Aubrey Plaza. Like, I love her so much.
I love Aubrey Plaza too.
But it just didn't work. Like, even like she was supposed to be the mother and the son Andy. It didn't have like a mother-son relationship. It was like a brother-sister relationship.
Brother-sister relationship. You had this other character, the black dude in the who's the cop, and we thought like my girlfriend was predicting that there was gonna be some type of like chemistry. I already told her no. I'm like, they're not gonna do this in this damn movie. This dude gets his neck cut, blood gushing out of his mouth, run. Like, run. Blood coming off from his mouth, and then the dude shows up at the end with the gun. This is the end. Boom.
Yeah, and he's like perfectly fine.
What? Oh my gosh. I wanted to, like, first 10 minutes of the film, I wanted to leave.
Yo, tell me how they have the Buddy song, right? It's been played throughout the whole movie. And to distract Chucky at the end, Andy starts singing it.
Andy, you are my buddy, my only friend. What the heck?
That's like straight out of...
What the heck?
He was saying in the theater that was like a budget Netflix movie.
Yeah.
But they even do better than this does.
No, but like, have you ever seen a Netflix movie so bad that it's just hilarious? Like, I felt like this was just such an underproduced, under-budgeted, like, You know why Mark Hamill did it?
Why?
Extra cash. You can't go wrong with extra cash. Mark Hamill showed up in there with an easy-to-read script, so that ain't nothing for my boy Mark Hamill. Man got such an easy script. It's a very dense and plain and boring and uninteresting character. Collected that 20 mil or how much ever they paid him, and you're like, all right, y'all on your own. Peace. Man, gone to the Bahamas and chilling, laughing at y'all.
I have no words.
This movie was so stupid.
They tried.
This is a waste of my time, a waste of my money. We could have watched Aladdin. We could have watched Shaft. We could have watched... Man, we were like, from the beginning, we were like, I feel like this ain't going to be good, but let's check it out anyway. So we took a bullet for the team, okay? We took a bullet, all right? Look, y'all getting content. Y'all getting a rant. So I guess this works out for the best. I can monetize this video at least. I can make back some of that money off of this video. But it's like, oh my gosh, man. This is ridiculous.
We should have just saw Annabelle.
I would have watched Annabelle. James Wan is doing the damn movie. I would have... Look, Annabelle, as much as I literally laughed at like Annabelle. I laughed during Annabelle creation.
But it would have been better
But it would have been better than this. Because the concept for Annabelle is literally like a demon inside of a doll.
Which is what this should have been.
Which is what this should have been. I mean, even if they did a spiritual thing and it was like, oh, Chucky was like some random alien that possessed a doll. Like, that would be a lot better than having a freaking AI. They tried to give this AI personality.
I don't know why they're trying to switch it up now that there's like all of these Chucky movies out already.
Understand why.
Like, even throughout all of the Chucky movies, even the newest bad one. Like,
man, I heard that one. I've seen clips from that one. And that thing looked so much better than this.
Because it was still the original Chucky.
It was still Chucky. It was still the idea of Chucky.
Yeah.
Which is what is like, the idea of Chucky was just like, oh my, this is so absolutely pure trash. Like, I would not be able to stop complaining about this movie. This movie was an utter disgrace. It should never have been made. And I'm never this hard on films like this. I normally try to find a positive. Ain't nothing positive about this movie at all.
I will give it, they tried to do like other scenes from like other Chucky movies. Like they had the scene with all of like the Buddy dolls where I can't remember if it was the second one or it was one of them where they were like fighting in the warehouse. They tried to do that. It didn't work, but they tried. Then there was with the bat in the first movie. They used that again.
They used the bat. They did the car scene from the first movie. But like,
they
honestly,
tried.
I could rewatch the first movie right now and have so much better time.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the child actor for Andy in the 80s was such a better actor than this actor here. Like they had my boy, what's his name? They had my boy. No, matter of fact, not even that. That was just stupid too. The whole thing with the boyfriend and like they killed a really innocent character for no reason, like a really likable character. The only likable character in this movie, they killed her. Yeah,
just because she said that Andy was like her best friend or whatever.
Yeah, and they had some creep in the basement that somehow had cameras in everyone's house.
Speaking of that, if you know horror too, there's a movie called 13 Cameras that guy reminds me of. I'll have to show you later, but he reminds me exactly of him. He has like the creepy cameras everywhere and everything.
Look, she's more of a horror, like a more deeper horror fan than me. Like I'll watch a horror movie. Like I've watched a few horror movies with her. We've seen quite a couple. We've seen how much in the theaters? Horror movies have we seen in the theaters? Just one or two.
We've seen like two.
We've seen like two, at least two in the theater. Yeah, we saw about two. We saw Pet Sematary. We saw Us. Well,
we saw Halloween too.
And we did see Halloween, so we saw three. Yeah. Right? Like literally, like our third date when we first met each other was like Halloween. So it's like I seen like, look, Pet Sematary remake was better than this.
Yeah. I've seen every single Chucky movie, right?
Shoot, I want to watch the other ones.
They're so much better than this trash.
This crap. I would watch Bride of, like scenes from Bride of Chucky was funny as hell. Like I was just watching on YouTube.
That's the thing about this. They tried to make it like the Chucky that we all know and love, but they didn't do it right.
No, it was just the fact is, right? The first movie, it had so much more like personality, and that's the thing. Like it was a human being soul inside of a doll.
And this one is like learning from like 13-year-olds. Like one of the scenes was literally he stabbed someone and said like for Tupac.
Yeah, no, one of the kid was like he stabbed a unicorn and was like for Tupac, and then literally he stabbed a guy later on and was like for Tupac. Like it's just showing that the robot's just repeating everything.
Yeah.
And it's just like
you want it to be original.
And some of the scenes, like with the cameras, they would like zooming in on it, like literally felt like this is a Nickelodeon film. Like, you know, like recently they're trying to do like these Nick scary movies, and it's just like, what the heck?
Sounds about right.
I remember they zoomed in, he's like, all right, let's get it. Like, you just met these dude. And then they were like, and all of a sudden you guys are like best buddies. I don't know what more to say.
There's honestly not anything. Don't see it. Don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. Please don't waste your money. Go see Shaft. Go see If you're into horror, watch Annabelle. I mean, there's nothing good in horror right now in the theaters right now besides like Annabelle, and I think Ma might even have a better chance. As a matter of fact, Ma had like a 50-something or 60-something.
Let me look at actually what this one.
What was the Rotten Tomatoes for Child's Play, man? I swear this thing better not be more than 10%.
Probably will be.
Oh, it better not be more than 10%. I will rage. I will literally rage. 62? 62? Hold up. How? It didn't even get a rotten score. What are critics saying? What are these so-called critics saying? Let's read this. Where the reviews at? What the heck? Even the audience score gave it a 61. How? No, something's wrong. Something's wrong in the universe, because there was nothing good about this movie. And we went in with this, and this is our opinion, I guess, but we went in with the movie without even any expectations. Where is the reviews, man? Okay. Child's Play is a good-humored and gratuitously gory, but feels rushed and oddly contained to its small world.
I will give that. It is pretty gory.
No, remember I told you there was a scene where it's like, damn, they actually went there with the kills.
Yeah.
Like, the kills were gory. If
Yes.
that's, but the thing is though, I'm not watching Chucky just for the goriness though.
You're watching it for like
I'm watching it for the whole
Chucky
package.
experience.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. Anyways, what's the next review? Next review said this all-about blend of 80s nostalgia and contemporary humor never quite lands a smart, scary balance in its sights. Sure, the violence is OTT. What's that? You know what OTT means? Off the something, but rarely feels cheap because the tone is so knowing. What? Who would have guessed that a Child's Play film would leave it with such a popcorn-rattling jump scares and more questions about the role of Alexa in our lives? No, I'm not watching Chucky to see an example on the roles of Alexa. I'm gonna watch Black Mirror. Although Child's Play is only 90 minutes long, it's one of those movies where you check your watch so often you think it has stopped. Yes. So a lot of these reviews aren't even that great. So how did it manage to get a 60-something?
Wait, let me see.
This is ridiculous, guys. I don't understand any of this. Nastier, more playful, and just as good, if not better, than the original film.
In what world?
Oh my gosh! Who said this junk? What's his name?
Nick Allen.
Nick Allen. RogerEbert.com. Nick Allen says, what's his full review, man? I need to read this man's full review. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna read his full review. I actually want to read this man's full review. This is stupid. This is really stupid. This guy said it's better. Sorry. This guy said it's better than the original? Oh my Lord. And you, an interesting take on Chucky. I'm not satisfied with that. A decent reboot that may lack scares, but is bigger fun.
It is not fun.
It's not fun at all. I don't.
If
like
you're
it.
a child, maybe.
I don't like the concept. I don't like the concept at all. I don't think this movie. It's more like a B movies for long ago. Child's Play still has a member of the horror slasher gene. This is stupid.
It's just bad.
All right, 2 more reviews and we gotta close out this video. This is stupid. Brings together sensibility of 80s vintage horror with the Big Brother concerns of today. That's not what I want to watch Chucky for. It's a half-baked social commentary, but its least director has more mind-raising Chucky's kill. What?
Okay, no.
All right, we're done with this. These are the people you got rating your movies, right? These are the people you got rating your movies, right? These are the people you got rating your movies, right? What does this guy say? So this version adds a little to Chucky's mythology and actually
Hold on, stop right there.
What?
This is not add to Chucky's mythology at all. Because his original mythology is that he was with, like, voodoo.
Well, it says, though this adds little. So she's saying that it doesn't really do much. Little to Chucky's mythology and actually removes some of the juicier bits of his legend. It is also charmingly refuses to take itself too seriously. That's the thing, like, I think that's just such the disappointment, is that literally I blurted out laughing during the movie, because the movie, and then I tell you the movie's not taking itself seriously.
Do you know what was scarier than this?
What?
Haunted Mansion.
Which one was? Oh yeah. Haunted Mansion was so much more scary than this. You know what was more scarier?
What?
Monster House. Monster House is a lot more scary than this movie. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't care. This may be apparently this is an unpopular opinion. Apparently it is, but I did not like the film. I did not like. There's not something that I really like about this movie. They had 1 or 2 chuckle moments, but it was just like, I wish they did it. If it was just another movie that was like a Chucky parody, maybe, or movie.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. It feels like it should belong in a scary movie franchise.
Yes, actually, yes. I feel like that's where it's home. They're trying to set up for a sequel. I'm not watching it. I'm not wasting my time. I literally am upset with this, and more or less not just because I'm a huge fan of Chucky all of a sudden, but mainly just because the way how this film was executed was very poor.
You could go into it not knowing anything about Chucky, and you would still be upset with it.
Apparently not, according to these stupid critics. And it's like, apparently the audience score doesn't even veer off too much. The audience score is like 62%. Normally the audience score varies a lot different from the critics, but apparently not. We might be the only ones on this, babe. I'm gonna have to text my my teacher and see what he thinks, because as a film, this movie was very poor. The score did not add anything. There's times when things supposed to be scary and it sounds like a Nickelodeon soundtrack. It really did. Or from watching a Disney movie or a Lifetime film.
It just seemed like a horror movie for children.
I didn't like it, man. Just the gory scenes were gory, but I didn't like it. The saw scene with the saw blade thing, that was very...
That one didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense, but it was gory. Yeah. So if you go in there for gores and stuff, you'll get your gore, but it's not... I'm not satisfied with it. That's all I'm saying. They tried
to spoof Leatherface
too. It's just like... I don't know, we're ending this video. If you watch to the end and you like this movie, let us know in your comments down below. I'm really interested to hear your perspective on this. If you're a Chucky fan too, and if you're a Chucky fan even bigger than me, let me know in the comments down below if you like the movie, because I would definitely want to hear your perspective. If you're a fan of this franchise and you like the movie and you saw this one, I need to hear from you. Let me know down below. I'll see y'all in the next video. Me and Shannon gonna do some more videos every now and again for y'all. I know some of you guys like seeing us do videos together. Some of you guys don't. Oh well, but the ones who do like to see us do videos together, we'll do some more. And that's it for this video. You got anything you want to say? That's it. Peace. All right, so as you mentioned in the beginning of this video, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we've had some time to you just saw the rant, so like wow, like you saw the passion and the passion filled rant, and there's some things that we still like, some points that we still stick by right now, but there's also some things that are more changed. So I'll say there's more level-headed, clear thoughts, reaction. So I had a shout out to two people. I had a shout out to Cody Leach. So if you guys know him in the horror realm, you probably already seen his videos, but friend of mine, buddy of mine, so you guys check out his channel. He did a bunch of Chucky videos recently, so go check him out. And also my old high school teacher, Mr. Catino, I also spoke with him as well to get different perspective on the film. So you want to say what you were saying? I mean, what you still like, what you didn't like, what, you know.
Okay, taking away that it's like a child's play movie, I guess, I could see where they were trying to go with it, but okay, I don't like that they use Chucky's face in it. I feel like it would have worked better if it was like a different entity overall. But taking like that perspective out of it, I just wasn't a big fan of like the writing style and, you know, how it played out. It felt like very draggy, and I don't know. I do like all the gore and like the kills. Like I thought they were done very well, but I don't know.
I will say this to add on to what she's saying. We have to make this clear that how we felt about in the rant is like really based on the fact that of our bias to what we wanted to see, what we would have liked to have seen versus what we got. So just keep that in mind. This is just, you know, like her bias to being like the original Chucky story, and my bias to just, you know, also wanting to hold on to that as well. But I'm slowly embracing the different approach, mainly just because I understand what they were trying to communicate now, as far as you know, AI's taking over and the dangers of automated learning, you know, robots being able to learn on their own and develop feelings.
It definitely works with this generation.
It works with this modern age, and it's interesting. Put it this way, I was talking to her because we just came out of a restaurant. We have to look at this as a remake and not a reboot. Mm-hmm. Because a reboot is something that's just being restarted, but generally keeps the same concept with plot and characters and stuff. A remake is completely what the word implies, a remake, and this is what we got. We did get a remake. It's pitched to us as a Child's Play remake, and the story is tad bit similar, as far, at least with the aspect of having a mom and a son, and
the basic concept,
the basic idea. But the whole thing about Chucky has been reimagined and has been remade into a different perspective. And again, we're upset because it wasn't like, Charles Lee Ray is his name, right?
Yes.
Charles Lee Ray taking over the thing. So it's different, but I'm starting to embrace it.
I just feel like they just used like the Child's Play name to get all this traffic, and they could have just done their own thing and still have gotten as much traffic or even more.
Well,
to be honest,
there's a point to that, but then there's also like what I just mentioned, like it being a remake. So they want to retell the story a different way, which is basically what I'm getting from when we spoke to Cody and Mr. Catino. I didn't think about it in this perspective, honestly, until I spoke to them, which is why I shouted them out in the video, because my change in how I feel, because like I said, we had like a good hour and a half to really sit down and talk about it. So a lot of stuff changed from when you saw that rant. But some things changed, some things still stay the same. But it's, like I said, they wanted to take the Chucky character and retell his story a different way, which is exactly what they did. And I think if we push the idea out that they're rebooting the series or rebooting the franchise, then I think we could at least appreciate the effort to at least if it's the minimum you could do, is to appreciate the effort that was put into retelling the story. I still have my issues with like the pacing of the film, as you mentioned, the writing. There's some supporting characters that did not need to be there.
No,
the friends did not need to be there, in my opinion.
No, I did see a comment where there was like, I don't know what's his name, but there's like the guy in the basement of the building.
The maintenance dude.
Yeah, he was like tinkering with the Chucky doll, and someone said like they had a theory like before the movie even came out that what if it was him doing like the killing and he was using the Chucky doll to do it. Like, I think that would have been like a better idea.
That would have been a better thing.
It would have added the twist element to it, which I think would have enhanced it even more. But there's also the fact that they were using not just the one Chucky doll, they used like all of the other ones in the store. So I get that aspect too. It's like the robots or whatever taking over.
I'm still comparing this to Age of Ultron iRobot movie.
Yeah.
I still did not leave the film liking it. I still don't really like the movie. Like I said, there's just some characters that were just completely unlikable. I didn't like the supporting cast. Aubrey Plaza was good, but
they didn't use some of the characters to their full extent.
That's what I would say. And the ending I still didn't like.
No.
I didn't like how the ending was handled. It was very cliche in my opinion.
No, the ending really played out like what's it called? A parody.
Yeah, it played out like a parody. It felt like a very cheap movie to me. People say how Chucky's design was creepy. Put it this way, Chucky's design. Here's why I wouldn't say like I was really afraid. Like, there's moments that were creepy in this movie, but I wasn't really afraid of a lot of things. Mainly because in the older one, it was a soul of a living being inside of a doll, and that's creepy as hell. Versus this one, you have a creepy doll his face looks creepy, yeah, but it's like, there's no soul in that thing. But the movie also raises the question, which I think it challenges, which I think is why the director maybe wanted to challenge people's. But the movie also raises the question that can a soul or can a heart be artificial? Can something that's artificial have a soul? Can something that's artificial have feelings? Because we saw in the movie that he was developing feelings and stuff.
With I was ranting about this earlier, but the one scene where Andy was trying to distract Chucky by singing the song that they've been singing the whole movie. Yeah. It kind of does show that he has a heart, like
a feelings.
Yeah.
And because the idea is that artificial intelligence, because during the movie you just saw that Chucky saw that these kids are laughing at the movie, so I will assume that if I do this, I'll get them to laugh because the doll wants to make the people happy.
Right.
But then, as he saw certain scenes where they were going to the closet, he's like, I don't like being in the closet. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play. And then him getting jealous by the friends. So, I guess the movie's also trying to spread a message about, artificial intelligence, the possibility of artificial intelligence gaining like emotions and feelings and stuff. I understand all of that. It's just that it was more of a letdown because you wanted it to be about the Charles Lee Ray story.
I wish they would have added some element to it that had him in it. Like, he didn't have to be like the main thing about it. Just throw in like a little Easter egg, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I don't want to drag this one on for too long now, but I will say this: after further thinking again and talking with other people, I'm starting to see the other points. I still have my qualms with it. I still have some of my issues with a lot of this stuff, but overall, I would say that I can respect and appreciate the different twist to the original story. Of course, I will always choose the original over this one, and I will choose that story. I could watch that movie so much more than this one.
I mean, now seeing like all the different opinions, I guess I would give it like a 2 out of 10. Out of like, besides like a 0, but like that's just.
I would give it like a 4 out of 10 where I'm at right now.
I'm much harsher.
You know, you're much harsher because, like I said, the bias.
I'm very hard to please.
Yeah, it's just the bias and all that stuff. So it's just
even taking that out of it though. It's just as a movie in general.
I understand. Like, that's just you. That's your opinion and all that, and that's fine. Like,
y'all can hate me for it. I don't care.
No, it's okay. Like, it's okay to, like, if you you don't like it and you still think, like, I was telling her, like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to like this movie. I still don't like this movie. I just appreciate the different aspect of it. I'm not a huge fan of it, right? You know, but I can respect others. I can respect people who do like the movie. If y'all enjoyed if y'all enjoyed the movie, like I said, let us know, and I can respect that. I ain't gonna hate you or try to tell you that you shouldn't like the movie. It's just that we're kind of not satisfied with what we got, but that's all right. Maybe I'll watch it again when it comes out on digital. I'm not spending money to the theater again to see that, unless I use my movie pass to go watch it. No, movie pass, my AMC stubs, my AMC A-list. So, but yeah, that's it for the review. Like I said, more level-headed, more calm, less ranting.
Still not a huge fan, but you know.
Yeah, still not a huge fan of the film.
To each
but
their own.
To each their own, yeah. And you know, again, I appreciate the effort. I appreciate what they were trying to do, and I can see why people like it now. I can see why people like it. But didn't do it for me. But that's it. I already said goodbye in the rant, but I'll say goodbye again. Like I said, me and my girlfriend are gonna try to do some more videos for y'all, because some of y'all like it, some of y'all don't, but we still gonna do it because it's fun. And yeah, you anything else you want to say, or are we good?
No, I'm good.
All right, that's it. Thank you for watching.